Good evening. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and the crew of 5. We just had an emergency vehicle go by, and so this one's all eyes and ears. The others, it's not. There's 2 napping, and then there's 3 on guard. So, how's everybody doing, and what have you been working on this week, and what are you up to? I have been crocheting. I have a project that I almost got finished. I've just got a couple of things to add to it for the Christmas extravaganza. I'll do a video. I'm hoping I can get it done and do the video tonight. If not, I'll have to do it tomorrow. And then my son's beanie, I've got to find my measuring tape. I don't know what I've done with them. I lay things in a bag, and then I gather the bag up and I put it on my side in the apartment, and then I get another bag and I fill it up. I bring it over here, and then I take it back. So I'm sure that at least one of my measuring tapes, it's the fold-up kind. I have no clue what I've done with my pull measuring tape. I have no clue. But I've got to measure it first because I know I've got to ravel back a couple of rows to get it small enough because it's just way too big. The project that I just finished for my Christmas extravaganza, I am a couple of days ahead now on my videos that I have recorded. And I was blessed today. I've been blessed all week, but I've been really, really blessed all week. And today was such an awesome day. I've been kind of nauseated, just not felt my best the last few days, and so I've just not had much of an appetite, which is good in some ways, but anyways, this morning I didn't even feel like having hot coffee, so that says a lot right there. So my son's girlfriend's daughter was with me today, and she said, I'm going to town for a little bit, and she came back in a while, and she had her an iced coffee and me an iced coffee. And oh my goodness, that was so delicious, and it felt so good going down. It just was awesome. So I got all the babies settled down because they get excited when she comes in, and when anybody comes in, when anything happens around them. They're very excitable. So I just got them quieted down, and I hear a knock on the door, and they go spastic. So they run to the front door to see who was at the door. So I slipped out the side door, and a friend's mother, I went to school with this guy from middle school all the way through. We graduated together, and he has the sweetest mother. They lived behind my best friend, and her parents lived in front of my best friend. So I've known them for years. Just so very sweet. She works at a local business, and they were having an event, and somebody was supposed to crochet an item and bring it back for this event for kids, and they didn't do it. They just brought the kit back. So I was blessed with this kit. And is he not the cutest little thing? And this hook looks like the Clover hook that I have. It's a 4.0. It appears everything's in the bag. It's got the cotton yarn, step-by-step video, stitch marker, 4mm crochet hook, stuffing, plastic eyes, online instructions, and yarn needle. And it has a step-by-step video that you can go and get. It says he's 4.8 inches tall and 2.8 inches wide. So he's gonna be pretty tall little feller. I'm anxious to get him made, but I have several things that I need to finish and do before I start him. But I'm excited to get to make him. What I was doing when my friend's mother brought me this kit was I had just raveled back the Winnie the Pooh. I had started the Winnie the Pooh I guess maybe Sunday or Monday. And I was anxious to get him made, but I'd made so many mistakes. The yarn is very splitty, and my stitch count was way off. Every row I was missing a stitch, and you know, if you add a stitch in the wrong place, it doesn't look right on the amigurumis. You can get by with it on some rows, but this was developing, it was a habit for me. Somewhere along the line I had miscounted and had not put in the correct amount of stitches. So it was just, no matter what I'd done, it was just not coming out right. Snoring. So I thought, I'm just going to ravel it back. It's no big deal. I'll just ravel it back and start over. So that's what I was involved in when I got my sweet visit from my sweet friend's mother from school, and I thought that was so sweet. But I've got a project for my Christmas extravaganza. I have 2 things to add to it as of right now, and I mean that won't take any time at all, and then it'll be finished. I can do my video, hopefully. Like I said, I was wanting to do it tonight, but it may be tomorrow when I get that done. So tell me, what's everybody done this week? Where have you been going, and what have you been working on, and what are your plans for the weekend? I don't think I have any plans this weekend. I think it's just going to be me being at home. Last weekend was my big weekend, and I was invited to go bowling tonight with my son and his girlfriend and her daughter, but I just didn't feel like getting ready. You know, that's a whole process right there. So I thought, I'm just going to sit out tonight and not leave the babies home alone any more than I have to. But it's been a good day. It's been a good week. We've had a little work done here, and so that was yesterday, and so it's been a good week. We've carried right along, tarried and carried. But yeah, I do have some projects on the hook that I need to finish, and one I want to get started, and then do my other. I think I've got to day 26 already recorded and scheduled for my Christmas extravaganza, so I like a few more days having a video for every day. So they may be very short. It may just be very, very short. But I've had the best time. Go over to K&K Crochet. Look at their, it's their post section, and they have a picture that has all of the participants so far in the hashtag Christmas Extravaganza 2026. And I'm thinking you can go in your search engine, as I've mentioned before, and just type in hashtag Christmas Extravaganza 2026, and that's all together. And I'm thinking it will bring up all the ones that have tagged the Christmas extravaganza. We've had some of the most awesome makes and tips, and oh my word, they're genius. They're so creative. There was one today, and I'm not going to call names because I'll leave somebody out, and I don't want to do that. Last year I tried to keep up with all the participants, and I just couldn't. Today, one of the videos was like a mesh, crocheted mesh thing that holds your fruit in the kitchen, and I thought, how genius, how creative. And then there was a Christmas tree that was crocheted and put around a cone, one of those styrofoam cones, and one was a pouch bag that you put down in another bag. And this is where It was so creative, so genius. The straps, you could get one of those canvas bags or your purse or whatever bag. The straps that were on the crocheted item were removable and could work anywhere you needed it to work to fit your bag. And I thought that was absolutely awesome. That was awesome, because most of the time we'll crochet our straps on there and a bag that fits down in a bag, unless we measure it for one particular bag. You know, not all the bags have the handles and the straps in the same spot. So this is, the straps are removable and they just fit right around. And I thought that was so awesome. It was just so awesome. So go over to K&K Crochet, watch all of their videos. We've had beautiful, beautiful makes. Like I said, we've had flower pot cozies. We've had cup cozies that have the handles. We've had key fob covers, blankets, beautiful blankets, hats, paper snowflakes. They were beautiful. They were beautiful. Bags. We've had all sorts of beautiful makes and tips. We've had suggestions and ideas. It's just been so wonderful to watch these. Again, go over to K&K Crochet and look, like, and subscribe to their channel. And then go over to their post section on their channel and click on that, and that will give you all the list of the participants. You won't be sorry, because we've had some beautiful makes. I'm gonna hush because I've started rambling and I'm very tired. Bixby, they're exhausted. They've been fed, they've had their evening meal, and so now it's nap time, as you can tell by the snoring and the snorting. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I probably won't be back for a day, like just a regular video, maybe the weekend or maybe the first part, hopefully, of next week. So if I don't, have a wonderful weekend. And those of you that are in the path of this storm that's blowing in, please be safe. Just keep everything handy that you know where it is and you can get to it, and just be safe. Make sure your pets and your families are you all have a plan in motion. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for your lovely and beautiful comments and your encouragement, your inspiration, and your support. I love you all, and I will see you back next time. Bye-bye.